How to avoid a deficiency judgment after a short sale or foreclosure. The contents of this video are not intended to be, nor should be considered, legal or tax advice. What is the purpose of this video? Is to inform homeowners in default on their mortgage of all the options available to them for avoiding a deficiency judgment after a short sale or foreclosure. Unfortunately, thousands of homeowners who initially thought they were no longer obligated to the debt after their short sale or foreclosure were surprised to find out years later that their lenders had decided to come after them and sue them for the deficiency. We basically put this video together because we know that everyone who currently finds themselves in a default situation are concerned about the backlash of a deficiency judgment and don't know where to go or how to stop the lenders from coming after them for the difference. First, let's start off with the definition of a deficiency judgment. It is basically a court-ordered judgment that allows the lenders to come after the borrowers for the remaining balance of their debt, plus attorney's fees that were not satisfied by the sale of the home, whether it be through short sale or foreclosure. And when can they seek a deficiency judgment? Well, they cannot file for a deficiency judgment until after the disposition or sale of the property. A lender basically has up to 5 years after the sale to file suit against the debtor or borrower. Who can seek a deficiency judgment? Any lender who had a loan that went into default that they short sold or foreclosed on, a third-party collection company who purchased those rights from the lender. Any of them can file suit against the debtor or borrower within the specified time frame. Why would they do that? Well, to get more money out of you, of course, and because they can. The majority of the states will allow them to do so, particularly if they have judicial foreclosure proceedings. There's only 2 states, Oregon and California, which will not allow the lenders to seek a deficiency judgment. So there are 48 others, and about half of those that allow them have no limits on the amount that can be granted in their judgment. In what ways can they collect on this deficiency judgment? Well, there's several. 1, they can garnish your wages or paycheck for up to 20-year period. They can freeze or levy your savings in your checking accounts. They can seize any personal property like cars, boats, motorcycles, etc., or real property that you may own now or in the future. And unfortunately, this will be reported on your credit report for 20 years. How can you avoid a deficiency judgment? Well, there's several ways. You can always pay off the debt that is owed. Unfortunately, this is not an option for most, actually for all, because if they did, otherwise they would not be in a default situation in the first place. You can negotiate or plead with the lenders to waive their rights. The majority of the time this does not work. You can always file bankruptcy, including the lenders in your list of creditors. Unfortunately, this will ruin your credit for 10 years and prevent you from getting loans, credit cards, or mortgages for another house for several years after the filing. And then, of course, you can always force the lenders to waive their rights to pursue any deficiency judgments in the future using a little-known legal weapon that does not involve bankruptcy. And this could save your credit and prevent them from garnishing your wages, freezing your bank accounts, or seizing any personal or real property assets you have. So when is the best time to take action to prevent a deficiency judgment? First, let me say, do not just simply walk away from the home. Always attempt to work with your lenders to modify your loan. Majority of the time you may find that you did not receive the level of cooperation you had hoped for. See the video on the website for shocking explanation of why lenders are not cooperating with borrowers. Put your home up for sale and negotiate a short sale. This is the best time to incorporate this little-known legal weapon to basically force your lenders to waive their rights to pursue any deficiency judgments in the future. See the website for details. Sometimes it is not in the lender's best financial interest to allow your home to be sold through a short sale. Hence, the lack of cooperation you had during the negotiations and the unrealistic bank values placed on your home, knowing that you won't be able to sell it at that value. This will essentially force it to go into foreclosure so they can enhance their financial outcome. Yes, lenders will make more money if they foreclose on your home. Again, this is the best time to incorporate this little known legal weapon. See the website for details. The website address is www.force-your, that's Y-O-U-R, lender, L-E-N-D-E-R-T-O-cooperate, C-O-O-P-E-R-A-T-E .info / avoid deficiency.